I'll turn it over to Paul.
All right, we're at 4 o'clock and I wanted to end at 4 o'clock, so I'll be like 2 minutes over. This is incentives. Is one major item that we don't have completed from a statewide level. So, our intent is that it starts 4/1, so people signing members and all that kind of stuff. We know we want to preserve probably the 4 categories that we got, especially Murray and Lincoln, but we plan to, at this point, still keep 5-member ward, 10-member, 25 and all that kind of stuff, but we don't have prizes and so on and so forth. And we made kind of a decision until we got that, just make sure that we put something out there that's ready and it is what it is. We chose not to actually mock something up for today because we were planning to mock something up, at least have that with no prizes, but I just don't want multiple things floating out there because Google's hard enough. So on the county awards, our intent is definitely to still have that. It's still gonna be in that $1,500 category. Based on feedback, there will probably a farmer piece to that and also a total piece of that. But the total piece may come through core funding or other places or whatever. So that's yet to be determined, but our promise is on all these materials, well, you give us a hell of a list today, so I don't know. Is to have June 15th as kind of our deadline. June 15th is our deadline to kind of pull all that stuff together. So that would be our intent. The last thing I would say in here is, we really want you to double down this year in terms of how can you utilize local incentives? Cause I know that some don't use any local incentives, some do use local incentives. So we're really encouraging local county incentives that would layer on top of, what we do from an OFBF standpoint. And then thinking, beyond just signing members, are there opportunities to recognize people beyond just signing members if they're involved in the campaign? But that'll be a local decision in terms of that, but we do want and would like to see, it makes sense to do county promotions, but again, flexibility. So your counties can decide where we want to be there. So last thing, which I talked about next steps, our intent is to have everything buttoned down as much as possible by June 15th. I know that based on the list that we gathered today in terms of needs and wants, we may miss some of that, but the major parts, the major pieces, we'll definitely have that. Good news is, no matter what, we're gonna be a heck of a lot ahead of where we were a year ago, right? With front loading membership college now, so you should have pretty much everything that you need. But member benefit flyers, that's subject to change. So I would never print way more than you need on member benefit flyers. Cause, especially at around January, that's when things change completely. We know that there's a new AFBF piece coming out that we want to promote, put on there. So just be conscious of that when you're printing those things. Don't print thousands of them. So with that, really appreciate your being here today. What great input, discussions you provided. Wanda's in here. Really appreciate Wanda organize everything. Hope you enjoyed lunch. She did a great job there. And she's also the main reason she got these badges for you. So I know that there was a couple of you had some badge issues, but I think it's, again, awesome that all the field team now has part of the team. You've got something better than the backside of that. But at some point, we'll give you the high sign on one. The one doesn't work anymore, but always bring both of them until you see that time. Brad is going to tell me possibly that they're outside this door. There is a ton of mental health stuff that you can grab. I don't know if that's what you were going to say, Brad, or not.
I just had one real quick thing while I have everybody here. I probably sent you an email about 20 minutes ago. AFBF is circulating a letter asking for the State Farm Bureau to sign on. The letter basically is going to go to Chairman Thompson of the U.S. House Agriculture, ranking member. And it's going to focus on preemption language, focusing on California's property. So, important item of discussion for the farm bill. But AFBF is also requesting that county partners. So it's going to be a quick turnaround. Deadline can be at the close of business on Monday. But if you can talk to your county president and see if they're interested. If they are interested, it's a real quick online web form, and they just fill it out. The only thing is, it's Allen County Farm Bureau, just make sure they put parentheses. Well, joined right now, there's about 282 of the states and counties that have signed up. That's all I have.
Perfect. And there is mental health stuff outside the door, I understand, so if you need some of that or get some of that. But quickly, want to thank the outside people for being here, but thanks for the planning team, Connie Ward, Daniel Dufour, Adam Carney, Mandy Orhood, Trevor Kirkpatrick, Roy Norman, Kirsten Kimner, Lynn Snyder, Pat Petzel, Mike Bailey, Dan Rapp, Whitney Bowers, and Tim Hicks. Really appreciate all your good work of putting this together. And we'll continue to build off of that. I love that we have multi-departments. Thank you to Austin Large. I thought he provided great content today. Awesome. And again, we'll work to get this, June 15th date, put together. But what I started off with, some things about member centric. If we're always thinking about dollars and cents, which is important, and extra revenue, and we're not focused on that member and making about the member centric, we're never going to grow. So we just got to keep the member at the center of this and what we're trying to provide, because that's what we're here for. So keep the member at the center, and we deliver value first. Have a safe trip home, and thank you. You guys take care.